Democrats' insane immigration policy, from inviting in and paying for millions, to rioting, committing acts of terror, to shutting down the government to give them free health care, is crystallized in this video. Watch my video, leave a like, follow me, or subscribe.
Immediately surged to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come. Within 100 days, I'm going to send to the United States Congress a pathway to citizenship for over 11 million undocumented people. And the wave still continues. It's not going to stop, nor should we want it to stop. An unrelenting stream of immigration. Non-stop. Non-stop. Fewer than 50% of the people in America, from then and on, will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
But what is not known is that the administration and Secretary Mayorkas have actually implemented a lot of policy changes to address the issues at the border.
It is my testimony that the border is secure.
The president have worked very hard to implement a strategy when it comes to the border that is humane, safe, and has orderly enforcement.
Things are going at the border, sir.
Much better than you all expected.
We have responded with a model approach that has proven to work.
We have taken unprecedented action over the past year and a half to secure our border.
And we have a process in place to manage migrants at the border. We're working to make sure it's safe and orderly and humane.
The border is closed.
We agree that the border is secure.
We're executing a comprehensive strategy to secure our borders.
One of our highest priorities is to ensure that we have a secure border, and that is what we are doing.
We are stopping the flow at the border.
The border is secure.
Where you going? Where you going?
Texas.
Texas, you?
Colorado.
Colorado, you?
New York.
New York, you?
California.
California, you?
New York.
New York, you?
Miami.
Miami.
California.
California.
Texas.
Texas.
New York.
New York.
Texas.
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 Colorado.
Colorado.
Texas.
Texas.
New York.
New York.
America. Ah.
So we see that they were completely 100% lying about the border being secured. And now they 100% lie about these anti-ICE protests being peaceful.
With what we are advocating, peaceful protest, did not create any violence. Nobody was shot, nobody was killed. Get it in your head. And so, when martial law is called, what are you going to say? I missed the point. Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. And I went from downtown detention back out into the community, talking to people what happened in Paramount, what happened in Compton, what happened in Inglewood. So, first of all, get it straight. And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw.
See peaceful protests launching in Los Angeles.
Take your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives. demonstrators are peaceful.
What is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
They're saying that they have it under control.
Things are under control. Peaceful protests are taking place.
Oh, who's there?
Did you notice that they weren't speaking English? Do you notice that these people are not speaking English? How on earth are these people not arrested for obstruction of justice? I will never know. And then look at these quote-unquote protesters. Do you see any American flags? I'm sure you all remember back in December of 2018 where Trump stood on his laurels and actually shut down the United States government due to the Democrats' intransigence in funding the border wall.
Yes, if we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
fair enough.
And
We
I am
disagree.
proud, and I'll
We
tell you
disagree.
what, I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it. The last time you shut it down, it didn't work. I will take the mantle of shutting down. And I'm going to shut it down for border
But we
security.
believe you shouldn't shut it down.
Thank you very much.
You know what? I can actually almost understand the Democrats wanting to shut down the government to keep Donald Trump from building his wall and securing America. You know why? Because they didn't want this to happen.
New numbers showing the dramatic change at the border.
We've got the most controlled border we've ever had in the history and in my lifetime in the Border Patrol.
In Eagle Pass, Texas, during the Biden administration, more than 2,000 migrants crossed into the U.S. in a single day. But now, under President Trump's policies, officers encounter just 20 migrants a day here. Tonight, DHS touting the lowest number of illegal border crossings since 1970. And Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks tells us they'll expand the 1 mile of defensive buoys on the Rio Grande.
We've got about 500 miles identified across the entire Texas border where we're going to place these in the river.
Is this the new wall?
It's defense in depth.
We were here 2 years ago where migrants used to carry children on their backs to get across this river and cut through this barbed wire to get to the United States. They would see hundreds, even thousands a day in this very spot. But today, it's silent.
North in Del Rio, border residents telling us they're thrilled crossings are down.
We want our community back normal.
You heard that, man. They have their community back to normal. But of course, the Democrats don't want normal. The Democrats don't want a secure nation. They want more chaos. And once again, in the month of October 2025, the Democrats have once again shown their preference for illegal aliens in the fact that they shut down the government due to the Republicans refusing to fund illegal alien health care.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
The balls of these people. For every single presidential candidate to openly, enthusiastically support giving free health care to illegal aliens, and then for their leader to come out and actually say this, it really takes some balls.
Federal law is very clear. Taxpayer dollars cannot be used for Medicaid, for Medicare, for the Affordable Care Act, to provide comprehensive health coverage or treatment to undocumented immigrants. That is the law. And there's nothing in the Democratic proposal suggesting that we change this law.
How fucking disingenuous. What a lying piece of human trash. But we all know the actual truth. And the truth of the matter is that the millions of illegals that Joe Biden helped to invade this country were given legal status at the stroke of a phone keyboard.
Talking about people with legal status, not people who are here illegally.
Not true. Remember that under the 4 years of the Biden administration, when they opened the border wide and we had about 20 million illegal aliens come into the country, they just granted asylum and parole status to everybody.
Recognize what you're saying, but it's people who were granted asylum or parole, and so they were working through the process legally. But I want to get you on
We can debate that at length, yeah.
So how did these illegal aliens who jumped over our border just start the process to become legal aliens in the United States?
There's an application called the CBP One app where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand.
Let's have a look at that magic wand that the Democrats made these millions of people legal with.
After watching that vice presidential debate last night, I was curious just how easy that CBP One app was to use. So I downloaded it. So once you create an account from the main page, you just have to choose if you're the smuggler or the smugglee. Then you just got to fill in basic info, first name, last name, all the basics. I don't know my gender yet. I'm still figuring that out. Now it's time to take a selfie, and passport or any identification is also optional. Then it asks you which state you're headed to. I said I didn't know the address. I didn't know the city. I just chose California, and then I added the first zip code that Google gave me for California. And that's it. I'm good to go. It does let you choose between like 8 different bridges to meet under. I chose the Eagle Pass Bridge to meet under. I just have to wait until noon, so a couple more hours to actually make my appointment. Now I know what you're saying. That's not you, that's Carlos Mencia. Correct. I was just trying to show you how easy it was to register. I'm just a white dude from Michigan. This took me 5 minutes. Someone who really wants to get into this country, get temporary asylum with open-ended expiration dates, they'll just use their own picture. I said I have no documentation, I have no ID, no passport, no license. There is no way to cross-check who I say I am with who I really am. All they go off of is the picture that you submit.
Just imagine how many millions of fraudulent admissions have been made. And these are the people that the Democrats are willing to shut the government down for just to give them free health care?
The Democrats' current position is that the only way the American government can reopen is if illegal aliens can get free health care. Don't take my word for it, just look at what's inside of the Democrats' proposal to reopen the government. Their funding proposal would result in nearly $200 billion spent on healthcare for illegal aliens and other non-citizens over the next decade. To put this in perspective, $200 billion is enough money to fund the entire children's health insurance program, which provides health insurance to low-income children and women.